Hi everyone, welcome to the Practical Gardener. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about this very pretty yellow showy flower, and this is called the yellow gardenia or the golden gardenia. Now when you talk about gardenias, we normally refer to the bright white gardenia jasminoides, right? Which blooms with this white flowers and then which have this lovely fragrance. Now, this is the golden variety of it or the yellow variety of it, and this is equally fragrant, and the color is oh so beautiful, and it really adds that character. And if you are somebody who likes fragrant gardens, this is something that you must grow in your garden. It is a relatively low maintenance plant that can grow very easily, but of course, you do need the space for it because this can become a small tree. Now, the interesting part about these plants is they start off with buds like this. Can you see the bud? And then the blooms are relatively whitish, very light cream yellow. And then slowly they convert into this deep yellow. Okay, in fact, the next step would be this, which is yellow, and then it gets into this deep orangish golden color. That's why the name Golden Gardenia. Now, when it comes to these yellow gardenias or golden gardenias, there are many genus, almost 40 of them. For me to exactly pinpoint what variety of golden gardenia I have. So I may have a tubifera, gardenia tubifera, or a gardenia pseudopensis, or I might have a carinata. I'm not really sure, but it really doesn't matter because all of these the flowers look a little different. Some of them might have 5 petals versus mine are a lot more than 5. I think mine are about 7 petals. So different varieties, but all of them are pretty fragrant and they look lovely. And the care guide, as well as the requirements for soil and temperature and water, is all the same across the different golden gardenias. Okay, so now let's look a little bit into the requirements of this plant. What the first one is the where you need to place this plant. This plant thrives in full sun. Okay, that said, it likes the morning sun, and if it gets the afternoon shade, that is the ideal growing condition for this plant. So put it in a full sun kind of a situation. Mine is again growing in the soil directly into the ground, but if you're growing it in a container, give it a relatively large container because it's got a very good root system and it does require enough space to grow and to be able to thrive and bloom. Okay, so that's about the soil. So soil should not be very clay soil. So keep soil loose and ensure that the soil is quite rich, nutrient rich when you grow into it. So in the ground, they are not that particular about it being very alluvial or fertile soil. It's okay, they grow in most soil conditions. But that said, do fertilize the soil once in a while so that the plant gets good nutrition. Now, gardenia thrives in acidic soil, so pH between say 5 and 6.5 is ideal for these kind of plants. So, and this care guide is for all gardenias, including the white gardenia, that is the jasminoides variety, as well as the yellow gardenias or the golden gardenias. All of them do well in acidic soil. Now, while they like to be watered, they don't like to be soaked in water. For instance, do water them well, do water them deeply. And one of the reasons why your buds may be dropping, and this is something that I've heard from a lot of friends saying that, okay, my gardenia buds come up and then they just drop. That could be if you're not watering it consistently, or these are not plants that like to be shocked, as in don't kind of just completely ignore them and water them once in 10 days suddenly, shocking them. Instead, these are plants that thrive on consistent water. Even if you're not over watering them, please don't overwater any plant, but even if you're watering them daily, don't overwater them, but water them consistently. Say if you're giving them a mug of water every day, follow that practice every day. So that's very important. Consistent watering is the name of the game when it comes to gardenias. So that's about the soil. Acidic soil, consistent watering, lots of light, um, mostly morning sunlight, and afternoon shade is better for these. But if you can't get afternoon shade, that's fine as well. Say they grow well with like direct sun kind of situation. In terms of fertilizing, these are plants that need any kind of NPK that you add to gardenias. Let it be in the ratio 2 is to 1 is to 1. So NPK in that ratio. They are not heavy feeders, but do kind of fertilize them once in a while, especially maybe once a month or so. But don't have a separate regimen for them, right? About these golden gardenias especially, one of the reasons why I'm kind of thinking this may be a carinata is because carinatas normally bloom in November, December. So I've had this plant now for more than 1 year. I've seen blooms here and there, but the volume of blooms that I'm seeing right now, suddenly there's like, complete, it's like a firework of blooms right now. That I'm only seeing now this month. And hopefully, and I'm seeing a lot of other, buds popping up. So I have a feeling that this might be a carinata, but I could be completely wrong. I've not done my research so the exact variety of this. But we see different golden gardenias blooming at different points in time. This is a plant that keeps blooming, but there is a specific blooming season. Typically, it is late spring to early autumn is when these plants are seen blooming. The fragrance increases as the day passes. So in the evening, if you want kind of a perfumed garden, please put some gardenias into your garden. So nothing can match the fragrance that gardenias give, irrespective of the variety, and especially these golden ones. They just elevate the entire fragrance level in your garden. And it's a good combo. I have the my night queen and gardenias all blooming, and in the evening it's wonderful to come into the garden and just take in the fragrance of the garden as well. So this is about gardenias. I haven't seen too many pest attacks, but they could be affected by mealybugs and the regular insects, aphids, etc. So if that is the case, use any organic fertilizer. If you are into organics, like neem oil detergent mix should do the trick. Keep maintaining the garden, or whenever you're using maintenance for the rest of the garden, do maintain these. Prune these plants well after winter, just before early spring, so there is new growth, and you can see, and new flowers, there are new points for new blooms to pop up. Okay, so that's really it about this plant. Otherwise it's pretty low maintenance. I want to show you the blooms in close. Okay, so there is some insect that is chomped on this. Okay, this was today's bloom. So it starts off like this, and then it slowly goes and kind of becomes the deep yellow and or close to golden shade. Okay, looks lovely against this my variegated tapioca. So you can see here, this is the entire life cycle here, from a bud to light yellow and a deep yellow and golden. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I hope you can this is not a difficult plant to find in any nursery. So please ask for Gandharaj, yellow Gandharaj. You can see the leaves. They are like in around the stem. You have leaves on opposite sides. Nothing to write home about. The leaves are quite you look at the leaves, they are like your regular gardenia leaves, and very easy to find them. Ask for golden gardenia or the yellow gardenia in your nursery or garden center, and you should be able to source it from there. So thanks everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.